This brings us to part 4 of the anti-gay bubble. The religious right has brought forth poor arguments against gay marriage. They are so bad they have helped promote gay marriage. The religious leaders act as if they claim their sins are equal to those of gays. They are being humble like Christ. They never say which of their sins are the same. If you don't go along with what they are saying, then you are self-righteous. How one views gays is a perspective. Big money supports poor arguments against gay marriage. With big money supporting poor arguments that the religious right uses against gay marriage, it makes it impossible for people in society to use the arguments of the religious right to defend themselves and their views against gay marriage. This has helped speed up the acceptance of gay marriage across the country. Most of the arguments against gay marriage that come from the religious leaders make me say, if that is the only reason you are against gay marriage, then you should just allow it. Allow me to give you some examples. Mike Huckabee is against gay marriage because it might lead to polygamy. Gay marriage is not going to lead to polygamy. Countries that allow for polygamy usually don't allow gay sex, much less gay marriage. So if that is the reason he opposes gay marriage, I say allow it. Other people claim it is because how gay marriage is defined in the dictionary and throughout history. That is not a strong and solid reason. To say gay marriage will hurt the institution of marriage is a weak argument. Marriage has always been between a man and a woman is not true. James Dobson says homosexuality is caused by a poor relationship between a father and a son. If that is true and that is the root cause of homosexuality, I say just let them marry. Like James Dobson, Tony Perkins uses environmental factors as the major factor of what causes people to be gay. In my judgment, environment is not even a significant portion in the majority of cases. You will find the next example of how gay conservatives work on gay issues is very interesting. A few years ago, Bill O'Reilly gave Glenn Beck a hard time for ignoring the fight against gay marriage. Now Bill O'Reilly is for gay marriage. Guess why he is? It is because he claims Tony Perkins' argument against gay marriage doesn't convince him. Bill says that is why he and Megyn Kelly are for gay marriage. So why was Bill against it for so many years? I agree Tony's argument is weak. It sure wouldn't convince me to join with him. Gay rights have been in the news media for decades. Bill O'Reilly is in his 60s and now he changes course because one religious leader cannot convince him. It is intentional in my mind that the religious right is bringing forward such poor arguments. The only solid argument would include the fact that gays are deviant, and of course that would be off the table for Fox News people because it is too bigoted. So the liberal/moderate Republicans don't like the arguments of the leaders of the religious right, but they love the leaders of the religious right because of their poor arguments. Anyone with a solid argument is kept out of the debate. As a result, we have seen the number of people against gay marriage decrease drastically. They could not defend themselves. If they said they had a solid argument against gay marriage, they could use it without being demonized. Liberal Democrats are more than happy to debate Rick Warren, Mike Huckabee, and Tony Perkins on gay marriage all day long because they know it will help their cause. Of course, if their main goal is to help Republicans win elections, then people like Mike Huckabee and Tony Perkins are sitting well with the Republicans today because of the Congress. As far as all the warnings against how evil a nation America would become if they accepted homosexuality are concerned, well, those all ended when they also could no longer help win elections. The Republican Party still wants the religious right voters, but demands that to share in the party, religious right leaders must promote America as the greatest country on earth in its current state. And there are plenty of religious leaders greedy for power willing to answer that call. Let me compare the anti-gay movement to the pro-life movement. Today we have a pro-life movement that remains strong because it has political support. It has political support because of the same reason the anti-gay movement did, in that it helps Republicans win. People who are serious about pro-life should stay away from the big money that comes when you are helping the Republican Party win elections. The movement will think it is independent when actually it is a slave to political power and how the Republican machine wants them to operate. Right now, how many Republicans are respecting the pro-life movement, even if they disagree with it? What if the future pro-life Republicans and Democrats started to heavily deride those who are against abortion in cases of rape and incest? Now, let's say religious right leaders like Mike Huckabee and Tony Perkins all switch over to allowing abortions in cases of rape and incest, but not in any other situation. Similar to how Mike switched over from supporting anti-sodomy laws, and how the anti-gay movement in general has moved to the left. Imagine pro-choice Democrats and Republicans all have lots of respect for Mike and Tony, but they openly despise anyone who is still opposed to all abortions. Mike and Tony are very friendly with many in the pro-choice movement, but have no friends who oppose abortion in all cases. Mike and Tony let people know that they still face opposition for their stance on abortion and claim to be suffering for the rights of the unborn, even though they hold political positions that millions would love to have. True pro-lifers can no longer defend their arguments against abortion because it values the life of all the unborn. If they use their reasoning, they are now considered worse than the most extreme pro-choice advocates, even in the eyes of others who identify as pro-life. Their hands are tied, so they are silenced. The liberals love Mike and Tony for helping silence those who want to stand up for the unborn, and they end up rich and powerful. This is a good example to show how the religious right operates on gay issues currently. A reasonable person would say that they are helping the advancement of gay rights. Thank you very much. God bless.